Morning. In this class we study the Dirac equation for a central field and separation of the equation. We know the Dirac relativistic wave equation as E psi equal to C alpha dot P plus beta mc square psi for a free particle. For a potential V, we can write it as C alpha dot P plus beta mc square plus V psi. For central field, we can take potential V as a function of R only. And now we do the Dirac relativistic wave equation for a central field. For that, we will assume two operators, radial. Let us define radial momentum and velocity operators as, we define two new operators, radial momentum and velocity operators as, radial momentum operator is defined as PR equal to, it is defined as 1 by R dot P minus IH bar. We defined a radial momentum operator as, this I am taking equation number 1 and this equation number 2. Radial momentum operator as PR equal to 1 by R dot P minus IH bar, and velocity operator as alpha R is equal to 1 by R alpha dot R. This I am taking it as equation number 3. Also we define a new operator. We define a new operator K. We define K operator as H bar K is equal to beta into sigma prime dot L plus H bar. So we define a new operator K such that H bar K equal to beta into sigma prime dot L plus H bar. So this operator PR, we can write this PR as 1 by R dot P minus IH bar. So R dot P, R is R into R cap. Now P operator, the operator P is minus IH bar del. So when you take R dot P means R cap dot minus IH bar del. So the component of del along the direction of R. The component of del along the direction of R, we can take it as R cap dou by dou R. So this, for this momentum operator, the component of component of P along the direction of R, we can write this as minus IH bar into R cap dou by dou R. So R dot R, this will be R cap dot R cap, that will be 1. Then the remaining thing we will be getting minus IH bar R dou by dou R. So R dot P, we are getting it as 1 by R into minus IH bar R dou by dou R. Now minus IH bar. Taking minus IH bar R common, then R will get cancelled. So we can write PR as PR equal to minus IH bar into dou by dou R plus 1 by R. When we divide by 1 by R, this R will get cancelled. Here we will be having 1 by R. Then minus IH bar is taken common. So we got the operator PR as PR minus IH bar dou by dou R plus 1 by R. So this is the operator PR. So we define three new operators, radial momentum and velocity operators as PR equal to 1 by R dot P minus IH bar. Then alpha R as 1 by R alpha dot R. Then K, a new operator K. That K is defined as H bar K equal to beta sigma prime dot L plus H bar. We know this value of sigma prime. What is sigma prime? Sigma prime is sigma 0 0 sigma. So this is sigma prime dot L plus H bar. And the operator K, this you can show that this operator K commutes with we can see that this K commutes with the operator PR. You can show that commutator K PR is equal to 0. Also you can show that commutator K alpha R equal to 0. You can show that commutator K beta equal to 0. So I will give you one assignment. Find alpha commutator K PR, commutator K beta, then commutator K alpha R, then alpha R PR, commutator alpha R PR. So this do assignment from this topic. So the assignment is show that first problem is commutator K PR equal to 0. K commutes with the PR. Second one is commutator K alpha R equal to 0. Third problem is K beta, commutator K beta equal to 0. And the fourth one is commutator alpha R PR equal to 0. So we can show all these commutation relations. From these commutation relations, it is clear that the new defined operator K, which commutes with the PR, alpha R and beta. K commutes with the PR, alpha R and beta. Now we represent this Hamiltonian. H is Hamiltonian, H equal to C alpha dot P plus beta M C square plus V. We can represent this Hamiltonian in terms of the new defined operators, and we will represent the Hamiltonian in terms of PR, alpha R and beta. The Hamiltonian consists of operators PR, alpha R and beta. We will show it now. So if we can represent H in terms of PR, alpha R and beta, and the operator K is commuting with all these operators, then naturally the operator K should commute with the Hamiltonian. So we defined a new operator K. That new operator K will commute with the Hamiltonian, and that first of all we will represent the Hamiltonian in terms of the new defined operators PR, alpha R and K. Now we represent that. So the Hamiltonian H equal to C alpha dot. For representing this Hamiltonian in terms of alpha, PR and K, we should know the identity that we already studied in the last class. The identity is alpha dot B into alpha dot C. Alpha dot B into alpha dot C, that is given by B dot C plus I sigma prime dot B cross C. So in a similar way, we can write the equation alpha dot R into alpha dot P. Alpha dot R into alpha dot P. That is equal to alpha dot B into alpha dot C is B dot C. So here we will be having R dot P plus I sigma prime dot B cross C. That is R cross P. I sigma prime dot sigma prime dot r cross p. R cross p, what is r cross p? R cross p is angular momentum L. So we can write it as sigma prime dot L. So it is r dot p plus I sigma prime dot del. Again I am multiplying this with alpha dot r from left. So alpha dot r. So this equation r dot p plus I sigma prime dot L. I sigma prime dot L. From left I am multiplying with alpha dot r. So this one is like this, alpha dot r into r dot p plus I sigma prime dot L. Alpha dot r into alpha dot r. This time alpha dot r into alpha dot r. B and C are same, which is equal to r. So it will be alpha dot r square, that you can represent as r dot r, that is r square plus I sigma prime dot r cross r. The components of r are commuting each other. Components of r are x, y and z. X, y and z, they are commuting each other. Commutator x, y equal to 0. Commutator y, z equal to 0. Commutator z, x equal to 0. Since they are commuting each other, we can write r cross r as 0. So this term will be 0. We will be having alpha dot r into alpha dot r. That will be same as r square. So this term alpha dot r into alpha dot r, I am writing it as r square. So this is r square. So this r square, when I take this to right hand side, we will be having alpha dot p equal to alpha dot r by r square into r dot p plus I sigma prime dot L. Now take the operator k. K is defined as, the operator k is defined as beta by h bar. No, I am writing h bar k. H bar k equal to beta into sigma prime dot L plus h bar. Here we need I sigma prime dot L. So throughout the equation I am multiplying by I. Also here beta is there. So when I multiply this with the beta, this term will be beta square. Beta square equal to 1. So we can multiplying equation 4 by I beta. I am multiplying equation 4 by I beta. Since here on term sigma prime dot L contains I am multiplying with I. Beta, we have to eliminate beta from here. So when I multiply with the beta, this term will become beta square. Beta square, we know beta square equal to 1. You can show that beta square equal to 1. So when I multiply by I beta, equation 4, the left hand side of equation 4 becomes I beta h bar k. H bar is constant, so I can write it as I h bar beta k. Left hand side I h bar beta k, I am multiplying with I beta. Right hand side we will be having I beta into beta. Beta square is 1. So I into sigma prime dot L plus h bar, or I can write it as I sigma prime dot L plus I h bar. Now sigma prime, what is I sigma prime dot L? I sigma prime dot L, I can write it as I h bar beta k minus I h bar. So this I sigma prime dot L, we can write it as I h bar beta k minus I h bar. So I will write that equation here. Alpha dot p equal to alpha dot r by r square, alpha dot r by r square into r dot p plus I sigma sigma prime dot L. I sigma prime dot L is I h bar beta k, I h bar beta k minus I h bar. I h bar beta k, I h bar beta k minus I h bar. Now R dot P. R dot P, you find an equation from equation 2. From equation 2, taking R to left hand side, R dot P minus I h bar equal to RPR, or R dot P equal to RPR plus I h bar. So substitute RPR plus I h bar for R dot P. So this R dot P, you can write it as RPR plus I h bar. So this term I h bar and minus I h bar will get cancelled. So you will be having R dot P is equal to alpha dot R by R square. That you can write it as alpha dot R by R into 1 by R. Then RPR plus IH bar beta k. Now what is alpha dot R by R? Alpha dot R by R is velocity operator alpha R. So this alpha dot R by R, I am writing it as alpha R. So this is alpha R by R into alpha R by R into RPR plus IH bar beta k. So multiply this, then we will be having alpha dot P. Alpha dot P equal to, first term is alpha RPR. Alpha RPR plus, second term is IH bar is constant. I can take out IH bar, then alpha R beta k. Alpha R beta k by R. Alpha R beta k by R. So this is the expression for alpha dot P. Now we can represent the Dirac-Hamiltonian in the newly defined, in terms of the newly defined operators alpha R, PR and K. So we know the Hamiltonian as H is equal to C alpha dot P plus beta MC square plus V. Now represent the Hamiltonian in terms of new operator alpha R, PR and K. C into alpha dot P. Alpha dot P is alpha R PR plus IH bar alpha R beta K by R into C. So this term alpha C alpha dot P becomes C alpha R PR plus I H bar C alpha R beta K by R. I H bar C alpha R beta K by R. Then instead of C alpha dot P, we are having these two terms. Then plus beta MC square plus V. So this is the new Hamiltonian. Here we are having operators alpha R, PR, K and beta. We introduced a new operator K and we show that the operator K commutes with alpha R, PR and beta. Since K is commuting with all these operators, we can show that the operator K commutes with Hamiltonian. So the operator K commutes with Hamiltonian since K is commuting with all these operators. That also you do it as an assignment. Show that the commutator K is that is equal to 0. When the operator K is commuting with Hamiltonian H, we know that the equation of motion IH bar D omega by dt equal to omega H plus dou omega by dou t. If omega is not having any explicit dependence on time, then dou omega by dou t is equal to 0. So we can write it as IH bar d omega by dt equal to omega H. Now, if instead of omega operator, if I take the operator K, then the equation of motion is IH bar dk by dt equal to K commutator kh. Now we got the equation, the commutator kh equal to 0. If commutator kh equal to 0, then dk by dt equal to 0, or we can say that k is equal to a constant of motion. So we defined a new operator k such that h bar k equal to beta into sigma prime dot L plus h bar, and now we determine the we find that the new operator k is a constant of motion. Now we find the eigenvalues of the new operator k. That eigenvalue we will determine as follows. So we have the equation. This equation number, we can give equation number 5 for this Hamiltonian. This I am giving it as equation number 5. We have the operator h bar k is equal to beta sigma prime dot L plus h bar. Now I am taking the square of this term. On squaring this, we will be having h bar square k square equal to beta square. Beta square is 1. Beta square equal to 1. Then sigma prime dot L plus h bar into sigma prime dot L plus h bar. This beta square is equal to 1. So this will be sigma prime dot h bar square k square equal to sigma prime dot L the whole square plus sigma prime dot L into h bar plus h bar into sigma prime dot L. H bar is constant, so we can write it as 2 h bar sigma prime dot L plus h bar square. This sigma prime dot L the whole square, sigma prime dot L the whole square. So using the earlier identity, we can write it as L dot L plus I sigma prime dot L cross L. What is L dot L? It is L square plus I sigma prime L cross L. L cross L is not equal to 0 since the components of L are not commuting each other. Lx Ly, commutator Lx Ly is not equal to 0. Ly Lz is not equal to 0. Lz Lx is not equal to 0. Since the components are not commuting each other, L cross L is not equal to 0, and in the chapter angular momentum we have already determined the value of L cross L. What is it? I h bar L. The value of L cross L is I h bar L. So we can write it as I sigma prime dot I h bar L. So this I square minus, so it is L square minus I sigma prime dot I h bar, sorry, I square minus sigma prime dot h bar sigma prime dot L. So this sigma prime dot L the whole square, we can write it as L square minus h bar sigma prime dot L. This plus 2 h bar sigma prime dot L. So combining this, we will be having minus 1 plus 2. So it will be plus 1. So we can, combining these two terms, we can write it as L square plus h bar sigma prime dot L plus h bar square. Now this h bar square, I am splitting this as h bar square, I am writing it as 3 by 4 h bar square plus h bar square. Sorry, 1 by 4 h bar square. So 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that will be 4 by 4 h bar square, or it will be identical to h bar square. So this h bar square, I am writing it as 3 by 4 h bar square plus h bar square by 4. This 3 by 4 h bar square, we have the spin angular momentum operator S as half h bar sigma prime, and its eigenvalue as s square equal to s into s plus 1 h bar square. In the chapter angular momentum, we have obtained the eigenvalues of spin angular momentum operator s square equal to s into s plus 1 h bar square, where s is equal to 1 by 2. Spin quantum number s is equal to 1 by 2. So this will be 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1 h bar square. 1 by 2 into 3 by 2 h bar square. 1 by 2 into 3 by 2, it is 3 by 4 h bar square. So this 3 by 4 h bar square, we can write it as s square. So this time we will be writing h bar square k square equal to l square plus h bar sigma prime dot l plus s square plus h bar square by 4. This h bar sigma prime, spin angular momentum s equal to half h bar sigma prime. So we can write h bar sigma prime as 2s. So this term I can write it as 2s. H bar sigma prime, I am writing it as 2s. So this term will be 2s dot l plus l square plus 2s dot l plus s square plus h bar square by 4. What is l square plus 2s dot l plus s square? That can be written as l plus s the whole square. So h bar square k square is equal to l plus s the whole square plus h bar square by 4. L plus s is orbital angular momentum plus spin angular momentum, that is total angular momentum j. So this L plus s we can write it as h bar square k square equal to j square plus h bar square by 4. So this is h bar square k square equal to j square plus h bar square by 4. Now we already determined the eigenvalue of total angular momentum operator j. Its value is j square equal to j into j plus 1 h bar square, where j square equal to j into j plus 1 h bar square, where j is half integral value 1 by 2, 3 by 2, 5 by 2, etc. So this j square we can write it as j into j plus 1. I am writing here. J square I can write it as h bar square k square equal to j into j plus 1 h bar square plus h bar square by 4. Cancelling h bar square from all the terms, we can write it as k square equal to j into j plus 1. It is j square plus j plus 1 by 4. So k square equal to j square plus j plus 1 by 4, or we can write k square equal to, this is j plus 1 by 2 the whole square, j plus 1 by 2, j square plus 2 j into 1 by 2 j plus 1 by 2 square 1 by 4, or we can write k equal to square root of j plus 1 by 2 the whole square, so it is j plus 1 by 2 plus or minus j plus 1 by 2. Now the value of j can have 1 by 2, 3 by 2, 5 by 2, etc. When j equal to 1 by 2, 1 by 2 plus 1, 1 by 2, 1. So k can have plus or minus 1. Now 3 by 2, 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2, 4 by 2, it is 2. Plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, etc. So k is a quantum number, its value it can have plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, etc. The eigenvalue of k is given by plus or minus j plus 1 by 2. So we defined a new operator k, the operator k as h bar k equal to beta sigma prime dot l plus h bar, and now we determine the eigenvalue of k. Also we determined, we found that k is a constant of motion. Since k commutes with the Hamiltonian edge, k commutes with the operator alpha r, p r and beta, So K commute with the Hamiltonian H. So K is a constant of motion. Now we will write the wave equation. So the wave equation is E psi equal to H psi. The Hamiltonian we have written C alpha or PR plus the wave equation. Earlier we know the wave equation as C alpha dot P plus beta m C square plus V into psi. Now we have represented alpha dot P in terms of alpha R and PR, and we have represented the Hamiltonian, this Hamiltonian as this term. So we can write the wave equation as E psi is equal to C alpha R PR plus I H bar C alpha R beta K by R plus beta m C square plus V operating on the wave function psi. This equation I am writing it as equation number 6. So we want to solve this equation, and we are assuming for a central field. For central field, V is a function of R only, and we need to calculate the energy eigenvalue. For calculating the energy eigenvalue, we require the radial part of solution. So as in the case of hydrogen atom, similar to that, we can write the radial part solution for this wave equation. First we will separate the equation, and here the alpha R and beta are matrices. Alpha R and beta are matrices. They are obeying the property alpha R square, that should be equal to 1. Beta square also should be equal to 1, and they are anti-commuting operators. Alpha R beta plus beta alpha R equal to 0. Alpha R and beta are anti-commuting operators, and their square is equal to 1. So this property we can determine the matrices. They are having this property: alpha R square equal to 1, beta square equal to 1, and alpha R beta plus beta alpha R equal to 0. We can select the beta matrix as 1 0 0 minus 1, and the alpha R matrix as 0 minus I 0. 0 minus I 0, actually it is sigma. The Pauli spin matrix sigma y, I think it is sigma y. So this alpha R and beta, we can assume them as 2 by 2 matrices, and beta we are taking it as 0 1 0 0 minus 1, and alpha R we are taking it as 0 minus I 0. So beta square we have already shown, beta square equal to, when you take beta as this matrix, its square will be 1. Alpha, when I take alpha R as this matrix, its square will be equal to 1, and these two matrices are anti-commuting each other. You can show that alpha R beta plus beta alpha R equal to 0. So these properties are satisfied by these two matrices. So for convenience, we are taking the beta matrix as this one and alpha R matrix as this one. So they are 2 by 2 matrices. So in this equation, alpha R is a 2 by 2 matrix, beta is also a 2 by 2 matrix. That means the wave function also should have two components. Psi, we can take it as the wave function psi should have two components. They are psi 1 and psi 2. We are taking the two components are psi 1 and psi 2, and we are interested with the radial part of the solution. Why? We need to calculate the energy eigenvalue. When I take the energy eigenvalue, we should require the radial part of this equation, and the radial part I am assuming psi as, in hydrogen atom we have taken psi R as F by R. In a similar way, we are having two components. So psi 1 I am assuming it as F function of R by R, and psi 2 I am writing it as G, which is a function of R by R. So this psi 1 and psi 2 we are taking it as Fr by R and Gr by R. F function of R by R and G function of R by R, just like in hydrogen atom, where we assume the radial part as F by R. Here it should have two components because we are having matrices, two matrices in the equation. That matrices, they are 2 by 2 matrices. So naturally, we are multiplying that by the wave function psi. So psi should have two components. That components are taken as psi1 and psi2, and we are going for a representation in which the psi is having two components, psi1 and psi2. Now we substitute these values in this equation. Left hand side we are having E into psi1. Psi1 is F by R, psi2 is G by R, is equal to, right hand side we are having C into alpha R. What is alpha R? Alpha R is 0 minus I 0 into C alpha R PR. What is PR? PR is minus IH bar. Operator PR is minus IH bar into dou by dou R plus 1 by R. Dou by dou R plus 1 by R into psi. Psi is F by R, G by R. So this is first term. Now plus second term is IH bar C by R. IH bar C by R. Alpha R, beta K. What is alpha R? Alpha R 0 minus I 0 into beta. Alpha R beta. Beta is 1 0 0 minus 1. Beta K into K into psi. Psi is F by R, G by R. Now plus, so this term is written here, plus beta m c square. What is beta? Beta is 1 0 0 minus 1 into mc square. Beta mc square into psi. Psi is F by R, G by R. Now the last term plus V into psi. Psi is F by R, G by R. So this equation we have written here. Now we simplify this equation. Left hand side E into F by R, E into F by R, G by R. So we can write this as E F by R, E G by R. Left hand side we are writing E F by R, E G by R is equal to this C. Here minus IH bar is there. Minus IH bar is constant, so I can, this minus IH bar dou by dou R plus 1 by R, with this minus IH bar is constant, so I can multiply all the terms with this constant value minus IH bar. So minus minus it will be plus, then I square minus, so it will be minus minus plus I square minus, so it will be minus H bar. Minus IH bar I am taking inside, so this one will be minus H bar. Now minus I square plus, so this term will be plus H bar. So this minus IH bar term I am taking inside this matrix, so this will be minus H bar and this one will be plus H bar. When I take C inside this one, this is minus H bar C, this one is plus H bar C. Now operating with this matrix dou by dou R plus 1 by R, F by R. So operate this with this one, I can write it as 0 minus H bar C, 0. Now dou by dou R plus 1 by R into F by R. Dou by dou R plus 1 by R into F by R. Second term, dou by dou R plus 1 by R operating on G by R. So this one, dou by dou R plus 1 by R operating on F by R, dou by dou R plus 1 by R operating on G by R. Now this term is completed, plus this is IH bar C by R. When I take IH bar C by R inside, this term becomes I square minus plus. So this term 0 plus H bar C by R. Plus H bar C by R. This I square minus. So this is minus H bar C by R 0 into 1 0 0 minus 1 into 1 0 0 minus 1 K. So this K I can take inside this bracket. So this will be K F by R. K G by R. So K F by R, K G by R plus MC square. I am taking inside MC square. MC square 0 0 minus 1 into MC square. So it is minus MC square into F by R G by R plus V I am taking inside. So it is V F by R V G by R. So this equation is simplified into this one. Now take this term dou by dou R plus 1 by R of F by R. Separating into two terms, we will be having dou by dou R of F by R plus dou by dou R of 1 by R. Dou by dou R of F by R plus, dou by dou R of F by R plus 1 by R into F by R. That is F by R square. So this is dou by dou R of F by R plus 1 by R into F by R is F by R square. That is dou by dou R of F by R. Dou by dou R of F by R. 1 by R into dou F by dou R plus F into dou by dou R of 1 by R. It is minus 1 by R square plus F by R square. So this is minus F by R square. This is plus F by R square. That will get cancelled. So we will be having 1 by R dou F by dou R. We know that F is a function of R only. So dou F by dou R, we can write it as dF by dr. So this term we can write it as 1 by R dF by dr. This will be 1 by R dF by dr. In a similar way, the second term will be 1 by R dg by dr. So instead of this term, I am writing this term as 1 by R dF by dr. This term we can write it as 1 by R dg by dr. So this is 1 by R dF by dr, and the second one is 1 by R dg by dr. Now we can simplify this further. Here we are assuming the E as the energy eigenvalue, which is taken as a number, and K as the eigenvalue for K operator. So we are taking a representation in which E and K are numbers. E is energy eigenvalue, K is the eigenvalue of operator K that we already determined. So E and K are taken as numbers. That's why we are taking it inside the bracket, not taking as operators. Now simplify this equation. Left hand side, it is E F by R, E G by R, and right hand side 0 minus H bar C 0 into 1 by R dou F by dou R, 1 by R dou G by R. First element is this one, second element is, so this is a column matrix, and we are multiplying this with a 2 by 2 matrix. When I multiply this one with this one, So first element will be left hand side. We are having E F by R. Here E G by R. Right hand side, the first element is, when I multiply with this one with this one, so first element is 0. It is minus H bar C into 1 by R, sorry, with this one, so minus H bar C into 1 by R dg by dr. First element will be dg by dr, multiplying this one with this row. Now this column with this one, second element, H bar C by R into df by dr. So this one df by dr, second element, first element is dg by dr. Now take the second one, multiply this matrix with this one. So when I multiply this matrix with this one, these two product I am writing here. So this two product, first column with the first row. So this one first element will be 0. Then this one with this one, minus H bar C by R. Now this one with this one, minus H bar C by R. Now this one with this one, 0. Is it correct? Product of these two matrices, 1 0 multiplying with this one, so it is 0. This one 0 minus 1 with this one, minus H bar C by R. 1 0 with this one, minus H bar C by R. 0 minus 1 with this one, 0 minus 1, so this will be 0. So the product of these two matrices are written here. Now into Kf by R, Kg by R. Now taking the product of these two, Kf by R, Kg by R into this one. So first element is this one with this one 0. So it is H bar plus, next element we can write it as minus H bar C by R K G by R. Is it correct? Minus H bar C by R into Kg by R. The second element will be minus H bar C by R, minus H bar C by R, Kf by R. Kf by R. Or we can write it as minus H bar C Kg by R square. Minus H bar C Kf by R square. Kf by R square. Minus H bar C Kg by R square. Minus H bar C Kf by R square. Second term. Now the third one mc square F by R. First term is mc square F by R. Now the second one is minus mc square G by R. Minus mc square G by R. Plus Vf by R, V G by R. So this can be simplified as shown in the last equation. Now we will simplify this equation further. On simplifying this equation, I am taking this mc square F by R, this last two terms to left hand side. So when I take these terms to left hand side, we can have E F by R minus of this one, minus of this one. So first element, on simplifying that, take these two matrices to left hand side and simplify it. Then we will be having E minus mc square minus V. Minus V, E minus mc square minus V into F by R. First element is E minus mc square minus V F by R. Second element is E minus, this one becomes plus, E plus mc square minus V into G by R. So this one is first element. So left hand side we will be having a matrix like this. When I take these last two terms to left hand side, then these two terms we can simplify it as equal to minus H bar C, we can take it common, minus H bar C by R we can take it common, minus H bar C by R, minus H bar C by R into dG by dr, dG by dr, which is C by R, dG by dr plus minus H bar C by R. So the remaining term is kg by R, kg by R. Second one, H bar C by R, H bar C by R, df by dr, df by dr minus kf by R, kf by R. So we are having a single a matrix like this. From that we will be having two equations. First element, we can equate the first element on left hand side to first element on right hand side, and we can equate the second element on left hand side to second element on right hand side. So we will be having two equations. So we can write that equations as, the first equation, we can write the first equation as E minus mc square minus v into f by r is equal to minus h bar c by r into dg by dr plus kg by r. This 1 by r will get cancelled, and I am taking all the terms to left hand side, all the terms to left hand side. This term also I am taking to left hand side and dividing by h bar c. When I divide by h bar c, this h bar c will go here, divided by h bar c will come. So minus 1 by r is cancelled. Now take this term to left hand side. When I take this term to left hand side, I will be having dg by dr. This term becomes plus dg by dr plus kg by r. This term plus e minus mc square minus v by h bar c. I am taking minus common from all these terms. Then it will be minus of, when I take minus common, then it will be minus of mc square minus e mc square plus minus e plus v by h bar c into f equal to 0. Now, in a similar way, write the second equation. When I take the second equation, e plus mc square minus v g by r equal to h bar c by r df by dr minus kf by r, and r will get cancelled. Then we can write, take this term to right hand side. When I take this term to right hand side, here we will be having df by dr minus kg by r, df by dr minus kf by r minus kf by r. hc by r I am dividing with the hc by r. So this equation I am taking equation number 6, and similar to that equation 6, the last element, the second element on left hand side, we compare with the second element on right hand side, and we can write the equation 7. So similar to equation 6, we can write df by dr minus kf by r minus mc square plus e minus v by h bar c into g equal to 0. That equation, first equation, we are getting from first elements, equating the first elements on left hand side to right hand side. In a similar way, equate the second element on LHS to RHS, we will be getting equation number 7. And now we assume that let alpha 1 equal to, I am giving a substitution, let alpha 1 equal to mc square plus e by h bar c. I am taking alpha 1 as mc square plus e by h bar c, and alpha 2 as mc square minus c by h bar c. Alpha 1 as mc square plus c by h bar c. Alpha 2 as mc square minus c by h bar c. So this term, this we can write it as alpha 2, and this one we can write it as alpha 1 by h bar c. So this is alpha 2 plus v by h bar c, and here by h bar c is common for these two terms. So here minus v by h bar c. So we will give the substitution mc square by mc square plus c by h bar c as alpha 1, and mc square minus c by h bar c as alpha 2. Now we will find alpha 1, alpha 2. Alpha 1, alpha 2 will be mc square plus c into mc square minus c by h bar c into h bar c. Mc square plus c into mc square minus c is m square c raised to 4 minus e square by h bar square c square. So alpha 1, alpha 2 raised to 1 by 2. That will be m square c raised to 4 e square raised to 1 by 2 by h bar square c square raised to 1 by 2 is by h bar c. This I am taking it as alpha. So I am giving a substitution alpha 1, equation 8, equation 9 and equation 10. Alpha 1 as mc square plus e by h bar c, alpha 2 as mc square minus e by h bar c, and alpha as alpha 1, alpha 2 raised to 1 by 2 is m square c raised to 4 minus e square the whole raised to 1 by 2 by h bar c. So in this equation I am giving this substitution. So this equation 6 can be written as equation 6 becomes dg by dr plus kg by r minus this first term will be alpha 2. This is alpha 2 plus v by h bar c. mc square minus e by h bar c plus v by h bar c. mc square minus e by h bar c is alpha 2. So alpha 2 plus v by h bar c, f equal to 0. And the equation 7 becomes df by dr minus kf by r minus this is alpha 1 minus v by h bar c into g equal to 0. Now we give one more substitution. Let rho equal to alpha r. We are giving a substitution rho equal to alpha r. If rho equal to alpha r, then r equal to rho by alpha. D by dr we can write it as alpha into d by d rho. So d by dr we can write alpha into d by d rho. R equal to rho by alpha, or rho equal to alpha. So this equation d by dr, this equation will be d by dr we can write alpha into d by d rho. So we can write this equation as alpha into d by d rho. Kg by r is rho by alpha, so kg by rho, here it is alpha. This term we can write it as equation 7, we can write it as d by dr, we can write it as alpha into d by d rho. Now minus kf by r is rho by alpha, so this is alpha by rho. Minus alpha 1 minus v by h bar c into g equal to 0. Now dividing throughout by alpha. If I divide throughout by alpha, this alpha will cancel from these two terms. Here alpha 2 by alpha v by alpha h bar c. This term becomes dividing throughout by alpha. This alpha will cancel. Minus alpha 1 by alpha minus v by alpha h bar c. So these two equations. So we got two equations, equation 8 and 9, where the equation 8 is dg by d rho plus kg by rho minus alpha 2 by alpha plus v by alpha h bar c f equal to 0. df by d rho minus kf by rho minus alpha 1 by alpha minus v by alpha h bar c into g equal to 0. So we have separated the equations, and these are the equations for radial part. We know that f is a function of r only. We have changed the variable r into rho. So here it is a function of rho. So we have changed the variable, and this is the radial part equation. And this radial part equation, just like the solution for hydrogen atom in non-relativistic case, we can solve this radial part equation, this Dirac relativistic wave equation for hydrogen atom. Next class we will solve this equation for hydrogen atom. Okay, thank you.